Use item attributes to identify critical components as it applies to the promise-to-plan flow. With the latest update 24D, the Product Information Management work area now offers an enhanced feature, the ability to set the critical component attribute for individual items. This attribute signifies that a particular item is critical in the manufacturing process. By enabling this feature, your bill of resources automatically includes all critical items, ensuring that their availability is a key factor in fulfilling sales orders for manufactured products. Prior to update 24D, setting the critical component attribute was possible only through the REST API or as part of the input to a simulation set. Now, with this update, you have direct control over the attribute within the Product Information Management work area, streamlining the process and providing a more intuitive user experience. The enhancement to the Product Informational Management system empowers you to effectively manage critical components, ensuring that Oracle Global Order Promising considers their availability when promising sales orders. As a result, you can maintain a more effective and reliable manufacturing process, reducing the risk of delays caused by critical item unavailability. To enable this feature, go to the Product Information Management work area, then query for and open your item for editing. Then, click the Specifications tab, expand the item organization list, click Planning, and then expand MPS MRP Planning, and finally, set the critical component attribute to Yes. This enhancement fits into the Promise to Plan OMBP. The Promise to Plan flow includes steps associated with an integrated supply, allocation, and order backlog planning solution to expedite sales orders using planned supply and notify the customer. Let's take a closer look at the individual steps. The process begins when there is a request to respond faster to demand changes on a sales order. Global Order Promising identifies available supply options to consider for meeting the demand. Demand at risk is analyzed to make better decisions faster using embedded analytics and guided resolution. GOP will manage backlog effectively by monitoring overall performance of scheduling operations to resolve supply constraints. GOP enables order rescheduling based on sourcing and supply plan data. Then, allocation rules are utilized to honor commitments and to distribute high-demand items more fairly. Finally, sales orders are prioritized to increase on-time delivery for high-priority customers and provide notification. This feature fits into the check availability stage of the Promise to Plan business process. This feature is delivered as ready to use and does not require opt-in enablement. Users who are assigned a configured job role that contains these privileges can access the feature. Maintain item MRP and MPS group, or schedule fulfillment line. As an option, if you specify that the item is critical in your input simulation set, then the bill of resources will still consider it as a critical even if you don't set the critical component attribute to Yes in the Product Information Management. This feature provides the following business benefits. It allows for easy access through the Product Information Management work area to provide a user-friendly way to specify that your item is critical. Thank you for watching. Promise only after you release holds on lots as it applies to the Promise to Plan flow. When an item requires inspection or maturation before it can be used in manufacturing or shipped to customers, you can utilize the on-hand lot feature to manage your inventory effectively. By placing a hold on the specific lot, you ensure that it is excluded from any commitments made by Oracle Global Order Promising. This allows you to set a release date indicating when the lot will be available for use in fulfilling sales orders. The flexibility of this system takes into account potential variations in the inspection or maturation process by allowing the release date to be adjusted during fulfillment. This dynamic approach ensures that you can rely on accurate information regarding the availability of your inventory. With this feature, you can confidently meet demand using supplies from your on-hand lot on or after the specified hold date. This capability extends even to the individual components of assembly that you manufacture, providing a comprehensive solution for managing your inventory and ensuring a seamless manufacturing and shipping process. By leveraging the on-hand lot functionality, you can maintain a well-organized and efficient workflow, ultimately enhancing your overall operational effectiveness. Here's an example from the Supplies and Demands tab on the Plan Inputs page. The highlighted line represents an on-hand item in your inventory's organization finished goods subinventory location. Here's an example for promising when you hold the lot's date. For our example, we'll assume the following. You release on-hold supply from different lots on different dates. You place sales orders on different dates, and each order has a different quantity. You specify a value in the lot's hold until date attribute in Oracle Inventory Management. You set the pick and pack lead time attribute to 2 days. You enable the split order when supply becomes available option, and you set the minimum quantity for splitting attribute to 1 on your available to promise rule. Promising will consume supply from your on-hand lot using the pattern on the following slide. Assume promising splits your sales orders into Part 1 and Part 2. It will promise the first part of that split when it has enough on-hand supply to meet Part 1, and it will promise Part 2 when it has enough supply to promise Part 2. First, you submit a sales order with a quantity of 30 on June 2nd. 2 units are available on June 1st in Lot 5. Promising sets the pick date to June 1st and then consumes 2 units for Part 1 from Lot 5. Next, Promising sets the scheduled ship date to June 3rd for Part 1, which is the June 2nd pick date plus 2 days pick and pack lead time, equaling June 3rd. Promising sets the pick date to June 5th and then consumes 28 units for Part 2 from Lots 6, 7, 8, and 9. Finally, Promising sets the scheduled ship date to June 7th for Part 2. This enhancement fits into the Promise to Plan OMBP. The Promise to Plan flow includes steps associated with an integrated supply, allocation, and order backlog planning solution to expedite sales orders using planned supply and notify the customer. The process begins when there is a request to respond faster to demand changes on a sales order. Global Order Promising identifies available supply options to consider for meeting the demand. Demand at risk is analyzed to make better decisions faster using embedded analytics and guided resolution. GOP will manage backlog effectively by monitoring overall performance of scheduling operations to resolve supply constraints. GOP enables order rescheduling based on sourcing and supply plan data. Then, allocation rules are utilized to honor commitments and to distribute high-demand items more fairly. Finally, sales orders are prioritized to increase on-time delivery for high-priority customers and provide notification. This feature fits into the check availability stage of the Promise to Plan business process. This feature requires an opt-in to enable the new functionality within the supply chain planning offering. Note that this feature is no longer to be optional starting with Update 25B. If you specify a value in the lot's hold until date attribute, then Promising will assume the supply is available on or after the date that you specify. If you don't specify it, then Promising uses the supply that's currently available. If the hold until date happens in the future, then Promising sets the scheduled ship date to the hold until date plus the pick and pack lead time. If it happens in the past, then Promising sets the scheduled ship date to the current date plus pick and pack lead time. Promising applies the hold until date for on-hand supply for each component of an item that you manufacture. This feature provides the following business benefits. You can use supplies from your on-hand lot to meet demand on or after the hold date, and you can use these supplies even for each component of an assembly that you manufacture. Thank you for watching.